YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to my dwarf campaign where I did actually forget to save the game last time. Brilliant me. But this is fairly close to where we would have left off last time. I'm using my Thane to assault units in this Bjornling army. I'm about to attack them. Fortunately, they did not flee, because I certainly need to kill them. Let's go ahead and start this fight. This army is a little bit ragged from having taken Karak 8 peaks, but it's in pretty good shape. I need to switch the Lord out here, though, and put that Steelbeard back in here. My artillery and gyrocopters are going to give this Bjornling army quite a bit of pain. I've got not a lot of infantry, but it's enough. I even have a leftover Trollhammer torpedo. I'm actually thinking of leaving this guy in front of my dwarf warrior. Same thing with this engineer. Actually, I want to leave the engineer near. Let's just set all these guys up. Put my engineer here. Put these guys there. They can get a volley off. Our leader will just be like kind of like right here in the middle of the army. Got my gyrocopters with brimstone guns and a Trollhammer torpedo. I'm gonna hold this Trollhammer torpedo in reserve, and we'll use it as needed. I'm gonna start the battle. It's possible we could just quickly come knock out their lord, because all they have is throwing axes to defend against my gyrocopters. So let's just send up our gyrocopters and use our brimstone guns, see if we can take out the enemy lord right off the bat. Indeed we did. Indeed we did. So now all we have to do is just stay away from the throwing axes, which shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna shoot their trolls a little bit here. Should do pretty good damage to trolls. The brimstone guns have a bonus versus anything that's considered large. Gyrocopter's stuck on the rock there. I'm gonna actually fire into these stupid throwing axe cavalry real quick, see if we can do some damage there. Oh yeah, those guys just got wrecked on. Brimstone guns gonna help finish the job. We've got some pretty major wavering on the part of the forces of chaos here, or Bjornling I should say. It's basically like a crappy chaos knockoff. Just gonna move up behind these guys, let my artillery do some of its damage. Let's turn these guys out. Same thing here. I'm gonna actually have to use my quarrelers to block the route to my artillery. Okay, let's see. How are things going? Things are going okay. I've got my quarrelers facing out here. I'm gonna actually attack those Chaos Warhounds. Just attack these units in general. Flame cannons have opened fire, so serious damage being done to the Chaos forces all over the place. Most of their forces are already wavering. Drop some bombs on those Chaos Hounds while they're running underneath my units there. They're gonna get chased off, so it looks like the Chaos forces are in pretty heavy disarray at this point. I'm gonna buff up my artillery and missile units. I should have already done that. Let's pop these Chaos Chariots with a Trollhammer torpedo. That ought to put them out of commission relatively quick, as well as kill quite a few of my own men. I don't know if my Trollhammer torpedoes will even fire. There we go. So yeah, that Bjornling army got absolutely spanked. They didn't have any business trying to win this battle. There's the Trollhammer torpedoes finishing off the chariot. So those brimstone guns were super effective versus those crappy marauders with throwing axes, which are normally kind of a pain to chase down. My artillery easily able to break what was left of the morale. That was mostly because this marauder chieftain, he was in pretty bad shape, and his forces got pretty well wrecked. That satisfied a grudge. We had a grudge on that guy, so it's been a long time since I've been satisfying grudges as a dwarf, which is unfortunate, I should say, not unfortunately. So Bjornling is destroyed. That's fantastic news. Anything that looks, smells, acts like chaos, I mean, all that stuff is garbage, and I want it gone. This army, though, I'm kind of wanting... Hold on just a second. Mrs. Air sent me a message. Need to reply to her real quick. Alright. So, I need to take care of a couple things. One, this Thane leveled up. I've been making him better at patrol ambushing. I'm actually going to put 1 point here, and then we'll upgrade his ability to be a champion, and then I'm going to spend all his points on melee. I'm actually going to send this guy up here. There's a quest battle that can be completed if I can move a Thane to this region, so I've got that. That's going to be the armor. So that's one, and then the Dragon Crown, we need to make a defensive alliance with Middenland. I haven't discovered Middenland on the map yet, but I'm working my way over there. So I'm trying to basically discover them on the map, and we'll see whether or not it's possible. And then the other one, I'm supposed to move an army into Karak Asgal. So I've got an army on the way there, and because I didn't save my game, I actually did not get Thorgrim's army killed yet either. So I'm kind of waiting, and I have an army training for Ungrim Iron Fist, and it's a pretty good one. I got 4 Iron Drakes, 4 Hammerers, and this dropped my income significantly when training this. I've got a couple of Trollhammer Torpedoes and some other units in training. So lots of good stuff coming into this army. Lots of good stuff. I'm actually going to get a couple more Brimstone Gun Gyrocopters. Those things are priceless. And probably a couple organ guns as well, but I can only do 1 right now with the money I have. Again, this is going to eat into my income pretty significantly. The Empire wants a defensive alliance. That would be a good alliance for us, because I can't conquer any of the stuff that they can occupy, and vice versa. I will eventually play a campaign with the mod turned on to where I can conquer anywhere, but as of this campaign, I cannot. So it makes sense for me to have an ally that can take stuff in the lowlands, while I can take all the mountainous lands and the badlands. So having the Empire as an ally makes the most sense for me, while we continue to try and capture all of the dwarf holdings, and then we'll also be fighting against Varg and other factions as well. And of course, you know, we can always declare war on the Empire. It says, the manlings of Sigmar come pleading to us once again. They have witnessed our devastating flame weapons and beg that we share the secrets to this technology as we once did with black powder. So if I give them the fire, it improves my relations, or I can tell them no. I'm going to give it to them because I just allied with them. I've got this runesmith who has leveled up here. And I'm trying to get to this Rune of Wrath and Ruin. That's a mouthful. Forge fire, strike out the runes. So just more cooldown to the runes. Runes, not ruin. Wow, those two should not be in the same sentence. Yeah, watch my income dropping. It's going to be pretty substantial, but we can build it back up some too in provinces such as this. I'm going to go ahead and start building the trinket makers that we need to turn around a little bit of the income. Looks like we've only got 1 settlement left in this province that I need to settle, and it is just up here. I'm going to wait a couple turns, though, until the public order stabilizes just a bit, and let's go ahead and spin... Well, before I spend that money, let's take a look at this province here. Again, let's pop out some trinket makers first. Actually, right here, we can get a stone cutter shop. It'll let us trade more marble. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that settlement too so we can build more. And then we've still got to get the Dragonhorn Mines and Stone Mine Tower. So we've gotten almost all of the former Orc lands conquered. Bjornling is dead. The Greenskins are dead. So a lot of what we had to worry about has been dealt with. So that is good. This is definitely good. Looks like the Empire's made some pretty significant gains against the Vampires. The Vampires are kind of just trapped here in eastern Sylvania. And I can definitely go after the Vampires some here too. There's Kimler. What kind of defenses do they have here? Whew. Graveguard, great weapons, Cairn Wraiths, 4 Graveguard, 4 Vargolf, Terrorgeist, Black Knight. Yeah, they've got a significant garrison there. I mean, my Trollhammer torpedoes would definitely do some damage. Gyro bombers, honestly, are kind of worthless. I need to replace them with something better. But let's go ahead and end this turn. Almost about to discover Midland on the map, and then we'll send a Thane up to where it needs to be. Warriors of Chaos still around, so might get a chance to fight them some, and that army with all the hammers and the iron breakers will be a lot more well suited with Ungrim Iron Fist to fighting against Chaos. Definitely going to want some good armor-piercing war machines to go against Chaos. Alright, so we have an army there. That quest is successful. Says, win the following battle with Throgrim, which is going to be the Axe of Grimnir. So we can go ahead and fight that battle with Throgrim. That will be pretty fun, actually. At least I would hope so. His army is definitely ready to do the fight. Let's get in here, Axe of Grimnir, and we're going to teleport to the battle. Or actually, let's read the background. It says, the High King Scout reports the presence of numerous orc and goblin warriors. Which ones? We killed them all. Engaged in some sort of ritual activity which appears to be centered around several shamans. Given the Pillar of Bone is known to be a nexus of arcane power, Throgrim is determined to disrupt the ritual. With reassuring thwappa 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 of gyrocopter rotors overhead, he orders the battle horns sounded. The new flying units will have an early opportunity to prove their usefulness. And I forgot to actually teleport. Okay, yeah, go here and teleport. So let's see what we're up against. We've got several shamans and an orc shaman. So we got 2 night goblin shamans, orc shaman, and then I think this guy's another goblin shaman. So lots of shamans here. This is going to be a melee specialist orc, and this one's going to be another melee specialist. So pretty substantial goblin army. A lot of fast-moving wolf riders here. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Crappy infantry on the part of the goblins. Like, they are going to get face rolled in terms of infantry. And that's saying something, because dwarf infantry is really nothing special. They do have doom divers. That's going to be a problem. Thinking about sending my gyrocopters up, and we'll just bomb the doom divers, or at least try to. There are some night goblin archers around. Let's listen to the speech.
Behold, the stone fruits of the Engineers Guild's labor. New flying gyro machines will take to the air. Let me assure my traditionalist brethren within the guild that Morgrim himself would be pleased with this innovation. Now, let us test them against the eternal enemy, the ones who have more entries in the great book of grudges than any other, the orcs. See how the greenskin filth flock round that vile pillar. Let us wipe them out. So confident am I in these new machines that I forsake my axe, and will not take it up again until victory is secured here. I do this in the knowledge that those orcs will soon be corpses scattering the battlefield.
That is some big talk from Throgrim. Let's see, Longbeard's great weapons. I'm actually going to leave them on the flank. I'm going to put my guys with some armor in the center. The stinking Doom Diver catapults definitely outrange me. I'm going to try and actually deploy out of the range of the Doom Divers. Yeah, the range of the Doom Divers is just up in front of me. Let's take these guys. I'm going to put an Iron Drake on each flank for support. And then I've got my Longbeard's great weapons on the flanks. And I'm going to get gunners up front on skirmish. Got my Runesmith here. Start the battle. Alright, so we got to wipe out the shamans. We got to be careful approaching units from our flank. Like I said, I'm going to try and get up and just silence the Doom Divers. It's going to be my #1 goal. Because if I can shut down the Doom Divers, it's going to force the Greenskins into a really poor position. I might bomb some of their cavalry here. Just a little present. They're moving up their Doom Divers, so I'm going to move up on their Doom Divers. Okay, my organ guns have opened fire. And if they get much closer, their guys are about to get hammered by my thunders. Their Doom Divers just opened fire. I'm going to try and get on top of their Doom Divers and bomb them. I'm going to fly back around and bomb those Doom Divers again. We're getting some decent damage done on the Doom Divers. I'm going to keep moving because the Doom Divers are reeling. Okay, I'm going to pull the Gyro Bombers back. Looks like the Greenskins just went absolute YOLO on me here. Let's bring in Throgrim to help silence this cavalry hero here. We need to come finish off this Doom Diver. Pretty much archers or no archers. I don't want that Doom Diver doing all this damage. The archers, though, are staggering my bombers rather annoyingly. I'm going to just attack those guys real quick. Okay, they've got some cavalry trying to work around my flanks. The enemy lord is getting pretty jacked up here. Okay, we got the Doom Divers gone. Woo! My Gyro Bombers are getting rizzacked by all those archers. So one of them actually got taken out, but they did their job well there. Okay. Let's get our gunners back in position. And let's get my heroes back behind the line here. Let's kind of clean this up a little bit. Good grief. Their lord already came back from routing and caught a bunch of my thunders. Their Doom Divers both came back from routing as well, so I'm going to need to get back out there and finish them off again. Let's see if we can kill this Wazampa Gobspit or whatever his stupid name is. Actually bring these guys over here. So the orcs are coming in full speed ahead over here. I'm going to get up on this mountain with my Trollhammer torpedoes. I'm going to put one of these guys back over here too. Let's take my 2 heroes over to brace up against this fight. Looks like we're going to have to silence this guy again. Where's the Doom Diver? Doom Divers just left their equipment behind, so we're good. Dadgummit. This freaking wolf cavalry got into me back here. I think my Trollhammer torpedoes can probably hold their own against it, but we'll see. Let's get these heroes over here. I've got a couple of thunders that can be firing into all those guys, and my flank over here, though, is definitely falling apart. Gonna have to attack those savage orcs. Let's get set up on this hill. I'm gonna bring some reinforcements over here to help out all my Longbeards, who are getting beat down pretty badly by black orcs from this flank. But the Greenskins center is getting roughed up pretty bad. And I've got all of these thunders over here and still a couple of organ guns as well. Get these guys moved up. I'm going to actually put the thunders over here to push off those guys. There we go. Alright, I've got my heroes that can get into the back of these black orcs. I'm going to use the Helm of Discord here. And hopefully we can get some damage done to those black orcs. I'm going to get these Trollhammer torpedoes focused. Alright, we've got extra infantry ready to go. Trollhammer torpedoes going full bore here. So now we're seeing the impact of all the dwarf war machines come to bear here. We got all the thunders firing away, and we're easily defeating the greenskin missile units. Let's bring in our gyrocopter. So this turned into a pretty sweet fight, actually. I'm kind of liking this one. Sometimes the battles are a little bit easy, and it's not like this one has been like super hard, but they gave the orcs enough decent reinforcements here with the black orcs and some of the others that actually gave me problems. And because of the let's get these guys. Sorry, because of the Doom Diver catapults, I actually had to try and use my gyro bombers to gain some advantage. Let's get my two leaders. Throgrim has done great in this battle. Let's get over here and help him finish the job. And my Iron Drakes and other units definitely helping clean out what's left of the orcs. These Trollhammer torpedoes are just absolutely awesome. Awesome effects, really cool unit. Yeah, like right there in that battle, I used to get a lot better frames than that. Like I was down to 30 frames a second anytime I was close to the action. It used to be better than that. So like I've said this before, I don't know what they did in the hotfix or elsewhere, but they have really messed up some performance for at least my card, and I think it's other NVIDIA cards from what I've seen on the forums. I'm going to be trying to contact the Creative Assembly about it. I thought I had these out here. Let's put these Strider. Let's put Strider on the Thunder so they can move faster. Magic resistance. Probably put that on Throgrim. And then the Rune of Slowness. Let's put that on the Runesmith there. We did lose a Gyro Bomber, but it's okay. I kind of wanted to replace some of these units. It was a decisive victory. And we will have gained the Axe of Grimnir, so that's pretty sweet. Gives Throgrim 6 melee attack, a bonus versus large, a lot of extra armor piercing, and drop an upkeep and recruitment cost, and then post-battle loot amounts, so that's pretty sweet. And that was fought down here by the bone pillar here, that giant bone pillar. That's pretty sweet. Nice scenery. This Thane has been given orders, and he is headed up to where we need him for one of the quest battles. You can actually see the quest battles marked by a small scroll on the map here, I think. At least I saw it earlier. Oh, if this is turned on, you can see them. So there's the one. So it makes it easier for you to know where to send your people if they're being sent way off. So if you just click that quest scroll, and like you need to move the stain there, you can then click on them. And then if you look at your little mini-map up there in the top right, you can see the little scroll thing right there. So you can just move up and make sure that he gets to the right place. So he's supposed to go to the Giant Horn Mountain. So there he goes. He's got his movement orders. It's going to take him a long time to get there, but he is moving.
It is time.
And I'm trying to see if I can spot Wissenland, like whether or whatever it is, like see if they even exist.
Fine. This way looks better.
Midland? Is that who I'm supposed to talk to? Just trying to... All I see is the Empire, like Midland. And I can't click on it. It doesn't show me where they're at, if they're on the map at all, which it doesn't look like they are. Empire, is Bretonia. I mean, I'm going to keep looking around. Talabheim is the Empire. Like, I'm not seeing anything owned by Midland. In fact, the Empire looks like they've moved into some parts over there. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'll search and see if I can even find Midland, but I don't know if that quest battle is going to be possible. I don't know if that's something that needs to be, like, patched, because Midland's no longer here. I can't successfully complete that, so, I mean, it's definitely something I'm going to have to find out about, because I really don't know what the answer is at the moment.
This
army's got 2 turns till we get these additional units. Our income is back up a little bit. It's probably because we lost. We did lose a gyro bomber here. Let's boot that gyro bomber. I don't think they're going to be massively useful. Do you like the Thunderers there? They're doing a great job. We need to put this army into an encamped stance. Throgrim gains a level. This Ancestral Grudge, unfortunately, no longer does anything for him. I wish he could like take points away and reallocate them later on. We could improve his charge bonus, but I don't think that is wildly necessary. Deadly Onslaught gives him a lot of extra armor piercing. That one gives him speed. Wow, this Blade Master, you can really... We can increase his melee attack quite a lot, which, I mean, weapon strength is probably honestly more important, because look at that. I mean, that's going to bump his weapon strength to something ferocious, all the way up to almost 600, so let's spend it on the weapon strength. That'll make Throgrim just a huge beast in melee combat. We are almost done for time on this episode. Let's go ahead and end one more turn. We have another Dwarf Lord who has leveled up here. We definitely don't need Ancestral Grudge because all the Greenskins are gone. Let's give him a little extra charge bonus. His charge bonus is pretty lacking. Alright, there we go. So Ungrim Iron Fist, his army is going to be ready soon. I've got a Thane headed up to help us with the one quest battle, and I've got that Runesmith looking around anywhere where Wissenlin might be. I mean, I'm assuming... Surely they have to still be on the
Welcome,
map.
friends of the Dowie.
I should just look for their little indicator on the turn-in. That's what I should do. I thought I saw it up there. I just need to find out where their settlement is then, and I might be able to forge a defensive alliance with them, though they will probably resist. Especially if they're at war with the Empire, which would be really bad for me if they're at war with the Empire, but we could deal with that if the time comes. Let's pay a tribute. I could use the extra public order, and I have the money. This army is really no longer required down here unless we are losing some public order here and there, but it's nothing too ferocious. Let us check a couple things.
Send me to vengeance.
On this army, let's bring in a couple of gyrocopters with brimstone guns. One turn away with Ungrim. That was what I was going to look at. So let's go in here to the quest battles. So Midland has like the little banner thing there with the little head and something up there. So I mean, if I see them on the turn-in, which I do think I saw them on the turn-in, the question is, where are they at?
The runes are ready.
All this is Empire. That's Empire. That's unknown. Where the heck are they if they're on the map anywhere? Karak Norn. Empire. Good grief, the Empire's all the way down there. Tylea. Estalia. So I guess the question would just be anywhere that's unknown. Bretonia. Ruins. Midland. Middenheim. Unknown. So I think we just need to go further north. And if Midland is left, they're gonna be up here somewhere around where that settlement would be. There they are. We've discovered Midland. So check out the diplomacy. There they are.
The dwarves have come. I hope they have brought a few barrels of Bugmans with them.
I can give you beer if it will make you make a defensive alliance with me. Who are they at war with? No, they're allied with the Empire, so we're safe in that respect. It's only a moderate chance. Let's offer them military access, and now it seems high. So, all right. So now that has been completed. So it says, an age has passed. The dwarves stood shield to shield with men of the Empire, braced against their constant attacks. They're common enemies. Over the centuries, though, the ties have been loosened, inexorably beset by ever greater threats. In a series of defeats, the dwarves retreated to the remaining mountain holds, and the power of the empire dwindled under the yoke of weak, foolish, and wicked emperors. Now Throgrim's great oath of vengeance requires the dwarves reestablish these alliances. So move any character to Akendorf. Okay. Well, that character who was doing this will be appropriately moved to Akendorf here. Where's the actual... oh, yeah, that's the settlement. Alright. Mr. Runesmith. Set course for Akendorf. Warp 6. Oh, lame Star Trek jokes coming in.
Ready.
That's all the time I have. I've hit the 30-minute mark, which is right about where I want these at. I will see you all in the next episode, and before I forget, we're going to save the game. So we're going to save, I can't remember which episode this is. Is it 13? It's either 13 or 14, but there we go. Or actually Cloud, that's where I want to save it. And Dwarf 13. There we go. So I saved my game. You all saw it. No excuses if I say otherwise. HeirofCarthage signing out. I will see you all next time.